We are The Table, and we're so glad that you have taken time out of your week to join us. Welcome to our segment, In 5, where it is our hope that we will guide you forward in life and faith in the next 5 minutes. If you would like to take this conversation deeper and discover from a faith perspective, head on over to thetablejoliet.org.
Hey friends, welcome to In5 episode 9. I can't believe we are 9 episodes into this leadership segment on how to be a leader in life. That's why we do this. It's simply about teaching you to become a better leader. And so I'll just say this, if you're interested in taking this from a faith perspective, we have a whole message on this that we're doing here at The Table, which is our church. And so we would love for you to go to thetablejoliet.org and you can check it out there. But quick thing, just a quick question. Here we go. Ready? When is the last time in 2021 you had a conversation with somebody that went like this? Man, I just can't wait for the next season of my life. I just can't wait for the next year. Have you had a conversation like this with somebody recently? No, because 90% of the conversations that we have with people, come on, let's just be honest, they are a drag. Between COVID and politics and social media crazy. I mean, come on, like let's just say this. Not a lot of people are seizing the opportunities in front of them. And so one of the things that we think are really important this upcoming year in 2021, and here's what we believe in your life and over your life, is that you have everything to gain. Everything to gain. I love this. And so I want to ask a question or two that will help us discover where we are in our own life and in our own leadership. But to do that, I actually want to use a story from the life of Jesus. And it's so powerful, and it goes like this. It says, Jesus went up to the mountainside and he called to them those he wanted. I love this. He called to them those he wanted. And so I'll just say this. Jesus is inclusive in love. He is inclusive in love, but he is selective in leadership. He is very selective about the people he's going to allow leading the movement that have literally changed the face of the world. And so I know for some of that's hard to hear. So let me just say this. Cross, resurrection, Easter story, redemption, restoration, new life, all those big words we like to use to talk about our lives being changed, totally for everyone. But not everyone is chosen to be a leader. And the reason is because not everyone is a leader. And a lot of times it's because you're simply not leader ready. So I like to think about it this way. Out of high school, I joined the military right away. And I can remember going into the recruiting station. Of course, the theme back then was be all that you can be. And then, of course, they also had the old school posters of Uncle Sam that says, I want you. Now, here's the cool thing. Most people would say that the military will take everyone and everyone. But the truth is that is not true. I don't know the stats, but I would guess just from personal experience, there are more people who don't get in than those that do. And so, and there are underlying factors of why people don't get in. They have medical conditions. They don't have education. Maybe they're not physically fit enough to join. And it's not that the Army doesn't want them or the military doesn't want them. It's just that they're not leader ready. And so I would ask you this question. I love this question because it's so good. And you can take this from a faith perspective. You can take it from a leadership perspective. But if you were to sit down and ask yourself this question, would my boss, would my teacher, in the place where I find myself every day, whoever is in leadership, would they want me on their leadership team? And maybe the question you should ask is, would Jesus, who loves everybody no matter what, but is very selective about who he chooses, would he want me on his team? Well, friends, that's all the time we have for this segment of N5 episode 9. But here's the bottom line. We're trying to keep it at 5 minutes for you. We know that your time is precious, but we actually have part 2 of this that's going to be coming out this week, and we want you to tune into it. And here's why. Because after you've asked this question about where you are in leadership, we're going to look back at the story of Jesus and look at the one character trait or the one thing that he finds in people on why he selects them on their leadership team. So we'll be sending it out in the middle of the week, and we'll love for you to join us there during that time. But today, that ends our episode of N5, episode 9, Everything to Gain. We'll see you soon.